With a few weeks between commitments in Tucson, we decided to venture into California to take care of some business and to do some exploring. Our trip would take us through the Mojave Desert to our first camp just below Big Bear.
Okay, so we just rolled up on this. It's absolutely bizarre and a little creepy. What is this? Is this where shoes go to die? Some other really strange and random thing. Oh, they're masks. Wow. Beautiful night. Got this amazing mountain off in the distance, a little bit of sun. Zach and I just rolled into camp a little while ago. We are in California right now, just right below Big Bear Lake, probably right around 5,800 feet or so. You know what? That's not bad. And we've decided to come to California on a mission. We are going to head up to Vagabond, which is in Benicia, California, just kind of outside of San Francisco, to try to find out what's going on with our camper. We ordered it like 26 months ago, and it had a lead time of about 12 months, but we figured, like 14 or so would be cool. But so far, it's been many, many moons with zero responses. So I've called, we've emailed, we've done all sorts of stuff, and we haven't heard anything. I know that I'm feeling kind of pissy about it. What are you thinking?
I'm feeling pretty pissed off. It's kind of important for us to know what's going on since we're leaving the country.
Yeah, we're leaving the country very soon, and we love our Go Fast. But, hey, it's not a four-season camper, and quite honestly, like trying to make this bed every night and put the mattress away and then do all of this stuff in the back of the truck, all that, no bueno. So, we're gonna explore and check some things out.
Our intent was to make it to San Francisco or somewhere nearby by the next day. We'd see a few sights, then travel back east and explore as much of the Sierras as possible before returning back to Arizona.
Right down there are a group of Jeeps that are actually going to rescue a Jeep Renegade that got stuck at the bottom of this canyon about a week ago. But I would say they're 6 or 7? Oh, 9.
Yeah, I think there's
like
9.
9, sorry. 9 different vehicles with flashing lights, because that's important for a rescue, going down to pull out one vehicle. I mean, maybe they're making a night of it. I mean, that's what I like to do on a Monday night. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is part of the recovery crew. My guess is that out of all these 9 Jeeps, that this is the Jeep that said to themselves, this is a crock of and we're going home. Oh, maybe there's somebody off in the distance. I don't know. We'll see.
Big Bear is a charming little town of only about 5,000 residents that hosts tens of thousands of visitors year-round to its many resorts and attractions. There can be no confusion about the town's namesake when passing through, although only small black bears can be found in the area now. After a good rest and breakfast and coffee in town, we descend the mountain to face a long day's drive through Central California towards San Francisco.
We have been driving for like 9 hours now in the vortex of Central California, which is known as the San Joaquin Valley. It's never ending, and it's 6 o'clock.
We've been here all day. We have no idea where we're going to camp.
No, there's like a mountain over there, but I'm not hopeful. Oh, there's a crop duster.
It's late already, and we probably have another hour of sunlight, and I don't think either one of us want to spend it like searching around for a random campsite.
We'll catch you when we find something, if we find something.
Later.
Turns out we wouldn't find anything that night, so we would take a room in Patterson, just off the highway.
California.
I will never live here.
I think it's a beautiful state, but the traffic is crazy. No, thank you.
Been in this mess for an hour.
Between yesterday and all the crazy long driving, and then we ended up getting a room because it was, 9 o'clock?
Something like that.
8 or 9 o'clock, getting dark, and we couldn't find a place to camp. And so we rested, and that was nice, but here we are trying to get into the city. And I know this is kind of the norm, but wow. My guess is we probably won't get into the city, into San Francisco, until, 11?
11 noon.
This is almost like the border crossing. But there isn't an old guy serenading me. Yeah. Okay. Well.
See you when we get there.
Yeah.
We've received quite a few questions about the name of our channel and our choice to include the 2 U's in the word Furthur. There could be no better time to make this explanation than here in San Francisco, surrounded by so much 60s counterculture history. We've both always been big fans of the movement, the changes in society that resulted from it, and of course, the music. In 1964, author Ken Kesey and his merry band of pranksters converted a 1939 International Harvester school bus for cross-country travel. They filmed their somewhat subversive, anti-establishment adventures as they went. The original name for the Furthur bus included 2 U's, but was later painted over with the correct spelling. But we prefer the quirkiness of the original misspelled name, which speaks to the group's desire to keep pushing forward despite their adventure's many hardships. The Furthur name seemed a fitting tribute to a grand adventure and to our adventure to come, captured on video. If you want to know more about the Furthur bus or the exploits of the merry pranksters, you can read the classic book The Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test or watch the documentary Going Furthur about the bus and its effect on our culture in America. Entering the Zam Zam bar is like stepping back in time. It's a famous watering hole in the Haight, and probably one of the only Persian-owned and operated bars in the United States. This one is not to be missed if you're in the area. We spent some time wandering the huge expanse of Golden Gate Park as well. This park and the other natural spaces in the city are really what makes San Francisco such a special place. We enjoyed our time in the city, but we were ready to get back to doing what we enjoy the most, exploring the wilderness. We breathed a sigh of relief as we climbed higher into the Sierras, away from all the traffic and the crowds of people.
Just rolled into camp and it is amazing. We actually got a recommendation from a guy that we met down in Plymouth, I believe. He ended up seeing Pete and said, "Hey, I think I know you guys." And he ended up being a follower, our first one. Well, I should say that we met just out and about
in the universe.
And he recommended this beautiful little lake. Thank you. Your recommendation was great. This is absolutely perfect. We actually worked things out with Vagabond today too. I feel really stoked on it. So it was good that we went and talked to Phil, the owner. He's helping us out. We're gonna get things together and I feel really good about it. So thank you, Phil. We appreciate you. And yeah, we are setting up some dinner right now. We got an Omnia oven. Woohoo! And I think we're gonna do some chicken pot pie. So can't say enough about today. It was a really good one. Thank you for the recommendation, and thank you, Phil, for hooking us up. All right, beautiful night. And we are using our Omnia for the first time. Let's see if I can open this lid and show you what we have. Bubbling, gurgling chicken pot pie. Woohoo! So far, so good with the Omnia. Good stuff right there. Full moon and chicken pot pie.
The next morning, I realized our fuel situation was getting pretty serious, and I began looking for a connecting trail to get us to the nearest gas. I found a route on Gaia that looked like it would do the trick. However, Gaia does not offer any information on trail difficulty, and my decision was fairly uninformed. The day would turn into quite a lesson in off-road navigation, and one that I should not soon forget. The trail eventually descends into a beautiful open valley in the middle, which under different circumstances would have made for some excellent camping. We had hoped that the trail would continue to get easier from here, but this would not be the case. If this trail doesn't look like much of a challenge for us or for the truck, be aware that you are only seeing the parts where we felt confident in filming. Much of the trail required serious head scratching and the occasional winching to get us through. We were both exhausted, and shooting took a back seat to simply making forward progress. For more details on the Deer Valley Trail, check out the info on Trails Off-Road or the plethora of YouTube videos available.
Okay, now start cutting it. There you go.
After struggling to make it over several of the trail's more difficult obstacles, we were thankful to link up with a crew of locals out wheeling their very built Jeeps. They helped us navigate the worst of it and offered some feeling of security as we were acutely aware of how far we had found ourselves from help. This last trailhead gatekeeper proved to be the most difficult obstacle, even for a few of the Jeeps running ahead of us. It is highly unlikely that we would have made it through this spot without any damage if our new friends hadn't been there to help.
good. Look at that.
Wow.
That wasn't bad.
Yay! Yay!
So as if this day couldn't get any longer, we rolled up on a motorcycle accident, and Rita jumped out and offered some EMT assistance. Looks like it's not serious, but it has blocked what is more or less a one-lane road through here, and so there's lots of traffic issues. As you can see, there's a fire paramedic and 2 sheriff's paramedics and California Highway Patrolman. Yeah, I'm just sitting here trying to direct traffic if it's needed. Long day. 8 hours on the hardest trail that I think Pete or myself have ever seen, followed by this fun. We need to get out of here and get some gas somewhere, hopefully within the next quarter tank or so. Still have yet to find a camp, so stay tuned. This has been an exciting one.
We had a hell of a day. We just kind of fell into this gnarly trail. We found it on Gaia, and it was supposed to help us out. It was supposed to be a shortcut from one side of a mountain to another, roughly 8 miles, and it seemed perfect. It seemed to make sense, but it was the worst trail I have ever been on in my whole entire life. It was sustained, crazy boulder, rock, switchbacks, and we luckily met some Jeepers, some guys, some nice guys. I'm going to give a shout out to Dave, Kyle, and Alex. Thank you so much. They pretty much saved our ass. I mean, Zach is a great driver and Pete's a great truck, but they're locals and they really helped us out. Yeah, and then on our way to get gas, oh, did I mention that's why we took the shortcut? We came across a dude that was struck by a car on his motorcycle in the middle of the road. You know, I checked him out and we called 911 and we secured the location and whatever, and it probably took 45 minutes or an hour for local EMS and stuff to get there, but I think he's okay. And now we're here. This is our camp. It is way up in the Sierras. Some nice mountains in the background, but Zach and I are wrecked. Are you wrecked?
Dog tired.
I am so tired.
It has been an epically long day.
I think probably one of the hardest days we've had.
What was meant to be just like a little shortcut
Yeah.
actually turned into one of the hardest trails in the state. I was worried for Pete and for us.
For us.
Thankfully, we have, you know, great armor on the truck,
Yeah.
and
We used it.
we used it today for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, all of it.
Hopefully tomorrow doesn't end up being a shit show like today.
Thanks again for watching, and join us in 2 weeks for the conclusion of our California adventure in Part 2. We camp among some of the oldest giants in the world, find solitude and beauty in the high Sierras, and even get detoured by Mother Nature herself. Honey,
What?
help me find a size 11.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Designated vehicle ordered. Okay, cool.
We are going on an adventure that is more light than the sun. The sun. Ooh, a fail. Ooh, wind. 99. Ah!